Now we got to get the plow on 8163B. I just unhooked the hose to the leaf vac, cleaned out the vac trailer. I just let it run out of gas. It only had about this much gas in the tank. When I get near the end, I don't want to have a lot of gas in there, so I just let it run. It only took less than 5 minutes and it's empty. So I like to store it that way for the winter, because really, as cool as this thing is, you use it about a month out of the year. I think I only used it 4 times maybe. So I'll put all the hoses in the back and we'll go store it for the winter. And, our hitch repair held up fine. The welds didn't crack off or anything. And never had any problems. So that's good news. Funny, check out this stick here. I guess that thing pierced the hose. Oh, I'm just gonna leave it for now, but I really should get some kind of like cone to cover up the front of that thing with. I don't know if they got like a rubber pipe cap. I know they make them for conduits. They have like a hose clamp around it. But I think I'm gonna measure that, and we'll check out Home Depot and see if they got a rubber boot that we can put on there. They'll prevent water from getting into the fan housing and rotting out the bottom. And I'd like to put something over the engine. Maybe like a heavy garbage bag, like a black contractor's bag might be helpful to put over the engine. We're moving the old wing mower out of the driveway, we'll say. Using the forks on the dunes here. We're going to bring it to the backyard. And then hopefully next summer we can play with this thing again. But we never actually had a chance to touch it. It's been almost 2 years. So that's pretty bad. Well, I didn't really take much video of this, but we got the plow on 8163B. Still got to put the chains on it, but both front tires need tubes. They go flat in about a day or two. So I hate putting tubes in. I just hate it. I might just bring it to the tire shop and pay him to do it. That's how much I hate it. Anyways, that's about it. All right, I moved the ProMaster 50 to the back 40 for the winter. I just turned off the fuel valve. Let's see how long it takes to run out of gas. Steering wheel shakes pretty good. Must have good bearings in that thing, huh? That steering shaft. That's hilarious. Look at that thing go. Oh, there's a grease fitting on the steering wheel. I never noticed that. And there's one on the steering shaft right there. I never noticed that either. So I've never greased those before. Come on, baby, run out of gas. I've seen it take like 2 minutes for them to run out of gas, so it could be quite a while still. Let's see what happens here. Suppose I should have left it in full throttle instead of idle. Sounds like it's running out. It's missing. Just next year I'll have to grease that steering shaft. That's how you do it. Run that sucker dry for the winter and prevent ethanol buildup in your carburetor, hopefully. Cool. Nice. Now see if we can fire up the 8179 KT and bring that back here into this open slot. All right, this thing hasn't been started since probably September, and now it's December. So let's say 3 months. I forgot that the mower deck belt broke, and that's why I parked it. And I don't do leaves with this tractor anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. I pumped up the back tires. This thing always had a bad spot in the starter, so it's really temperamental to get turning. Probably gonna need some ether. Cool. I'm gonna blow off that deck before I put it away. I love this tractor. This thing is big pimpin', as they say. There we go. The thing runs mint. Mint. The grass looks so nice right now, you could probably cut it. It's really crazy for December. It's so green and stuff. Doesn't get that much sun back here. From about here back, the ground feels frozen. Even though today is December 16th, it's like 55 degrees out. It's crazy. We got a heat wave. It's supposed to be 60 and raining tomorrow. Nice, nice. Nice, yeah. Thing's mint. Probably gonna backfire. Nope. All right, so this deck needs a lot of work. Not only is the belt broken, but it's getting pretty rotted because there's a lot of bare paint. It was that way when I got it. I have a spare deck shell that maybe we can swap on here. I also got new style wheels to put on here that have casters that spin in the front. I've been hoping to do it for like 2 years. I've never gotten around to it, so maybe next year. But this whole deck needs to come off and be totally disassembled and stripped down to bare metal and just redone. So I was hoping to take the battery out of this tractor to put it in the 430. That was my plan. I'm gonna try to fire up this John Deere 214 and mow all the tall grass where I had those other tractors parked. Oh, let's see, choke. Come on, baby. Yeah. 14 horse crawler, baby. Sounds good. Sounds good. Get the parking brake off. There we go. See if we can cut a little grass over here in December. Driving a Gravely is so much easier than driving a John Deere. Wait, there's a piece of rope I gotta pick up before I start cutting here. Let's see. Alright, let's turn on the electric PTO. There we go. This rope in my pocket. Now we use second gear. I think the seat's broken. I think the foam pulled out of the seat, man. plow. Here's the first start of the year, 8163B. We're gonna put the chains on it here because we might get some snow. There's a lollipop stick stuck in the back tire. Cool. Well, this is my lucky day. I had this box, an Amazon box, and I had a tube in there for the front wheels. So I just opened it up and they put 2 tubes in one thing. And I actually need 2 tubes. So that is a score and a half here, guys. A total score and a half. So we got to get some new tubes in this 8163B because these tires won't even hold air for a day. So let's work on that. All right, so got my little Harbor Freight jack under there. Just took the valve stem inside of the valve core out of the valve stem. And just got to take this nut off here. We should be able to get our wheel off and see if we can pop that tube in this sucker. You know, if you remember, these tires I put on a year ago, they're brand new Carlisle tires, and they were fine last winter, and they developed a ton of dry rot cracks in about a month. They're totally worthless, which is very frustrating that you can't get anything good anymore. This has got all this grease and the bearings in there. It's a mess. That's why I hate working on these things. But anyways, so you can see all these cracks, but this whole tire is like this all the way around it. Very, very frustrating. This is called a Trailster 2-ply Total Trailmaster. Maybe these aren't Carlisles. Yeah, Trailmaster, but things are junk. Total junk. So let's tube it up. All right, so I got the tire dismounted here with the Harbor Freight mini tire changer. And we're going to cut that valve stem out and see if we can pop a tube like last time. All right, so let's see if we can stuff this tube into this tire without breaking it. All right, the tube's in. That was a struggle, I'll tell you that much. Now let's see if we can pop it. Well, the bead's not seated there, but let's take it off and do the old bounce-a-rooney on it. Take that off, take this off, and pick it up. All right, let's see. Dribble it like a basketball. I think it's fairly close to being where we need it to be. I'm gonna pop a little more air in it for a second and see if we just unsettle the hair if it pops out. And there's a lot of pressure in that thing. In fact, I'm gonna let some pressure out now that it's pretty much seated. Still a lot of pressure. Trailmaster junk, huh? I don't know where I got these from. Probably eBay. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll put it back on the machine and we'll see if it goes flat. Right, cool. This side here we got the bearing cap pliers. And let's see if we can get this turd off of there. Yep, these things work awesome. All right, I'll just jack it up and get this one off and do the same thing to this side. I got the second tube in. Let's pump it up, see what happens. All right, let's see. I vice gripped the valve stem. And it's really off the rim big time over there. There you go, it's popping up. Just off. And the valve stem's a little crooked, but I think we're good, man. I think we're good. Let me let some air out. It's pretty overinflated. The tire says 14 PSI, which is not very much. But when you're using a plow and you got a lot of weight on the front axle, sometimes you need a little more than I tell you to use. Greasy, nasty mess here. Oh. All right, let's put it back on a tractor. Well, the birds like to poop on my seat, so I better clean that off too. I'm gonna try to use this windshield washer fluid because that's all I got in my garage that could clean it. Let's give it a shot. That worked. So, that being said, this 8163B is pretty much ready for snow. I'm missing a knob here off this headlight switch. I had put in a switch for my backup light, which is this LED light down here. I've had that there a couple of years. It works good. I do need to replace that muffler and rebuild the carburetor still. I'm going to see if I can order a muffler online, and maybe we can get that in a couple days and replace that rotted out muffler. But the chains are on. We're ready to plow as is. The muffler's a little loud. It's not going to affect our plowing abilities. Hopefully those tubes and the front tires hold. Let's see, still got air. Let's check the other one on the other side here. It's been, I don't know, probably a half hour since I did this one. It's fine. So fingers crossed the tires are not going to go flat, and we should be good to plow. Let's fire this turd up here. No choke. There's a little gas down there. Not much, but there's about an inch. All right, let's come out here and check on these tires. That one's still great. Let's see this one. Looks good. Yeah, perfect. I think we got them, guys. It's been over 2 hours since we put the tubes in. They seem to be good. So, that's awesome.